First question, please, to Mel Farrell.
Thanks, Merkers, and thanks, Alex. Look, I know that there are a lot of cricket questions coming, but I just really obviously need to get a comment on the biggest news story of the week, your unscheduled swim. Could you just give us a bit on what happened there, and what's the reaction been like now that you're a viral Tanya Stone video stuff?
Yeah, I've always wanted to have signs in the crowd to have my name on them, but I probably didn't expect it was going to be about falling into a pool. So, yeah, look, I still lay there at night time, can't really describe what happened. I thought initially when I fell in the pool, someone tried to grab my shoulder, but I looked at the vision, there was no one near me. So, yeah, just one of those things. I was chatting away and got a little bit distracted, and then I don't know if you've seen the pool here in Karachi, but it's not a square, it's more of a triangle. So, yeah, it's just one of those things I'll live with.
Andrew McGlashan, please.
Thanks, Brian. Hey, Alex. Well played today. At what point, either at tea or during that last session, did the tactics to bass out the whole day sort of become clear? And was your shot towards the end there, having in mind that you might only have had tonight to get to 3 figures?
No, I think we were pretty clear going into last night. The captain basically said to the batters to come, get your head around batting all day, and unless the message comes otherwise. And Starkey and I were just batting along. It's not the easiest wicket to score quickly on. I know that might sound interesting, but yeah, it's starting to be a little bit variable, inconsistent. There was reverse swing at times throughout the day. The off spinner, you know, he bowls lots of balls in a good area, and you know, with not a lot of pace on him. So, you know, the more runs we can get in this first innings, obviously it sets us up for the back end. But I think the wicket's starting to show a little bit of life now, or the opposite. Basically, it's inconsistent. It's some patches are starting to open up a little bit. So I think the game will move quicker going into the back end of tomorrow, day 4 and day 5.
Cheers, Alex.
Thanks.
Andrew Ramsey, please.
Thanks, Brian. Hi, Alex, and congrats on the knock. Just wondering, from having spent a bit of time out there, what do you think the most difficult elements are going to be, sort of batting on it from here on in? Is it the spin? Is it the lack of bounce? Is it reverse swing? Is it all of the above? Yeah,
I think reverse swing's always difficult for, I guess, coming over from Australia. We probably don't experience those conditions a lot, but obviously the home team will have. I think the beauty of, you know, having Mitchell Starc in our side, you know, 145 clicks with reverse swing is going to be difficult. Pat Cummins is the same, and also Greeny. So we've got some weapons there when the ball starts to reverse swing to hopefully utilise that. And then just super excited to see the 2 spinners. You know, we know Nath hits a beautiful area regularly. There's footmarks there, although they're not huge at the moment. I think our quicks will probably open those footmarks up a little bit more with the way that they hit the crease, and also probably where they land on the wicket. And then Mitchell Swepson's the other one who I think there's enough there from the end that he's going to bowl at. There's enough footmarks, there's enough variabilities, there's some cracks opening. So again, I think it's all going to be difficult. If you get yourself in, I still think there's opportunities for us to take those 20 wickets going into tomorrow and 4 and 5.
Dan Coppell, please.
Thanks, Brian. Congrats, Alex. Well done on the knock. For a while, you've kind of started to score some runs, but today was really your best performance with the bat. How did it feel to kind of make some runs at test level like that? Yeah, it was,
I guess, a little bit of reward for some hard work. I have full trust in my ability. The summer was a really enjoyable summer for me, and to win the Ashes the way we did was outstanding. I went away from there probably, you know, with some learnings and some takeouts. I think at times I threw my wicket away, as we do as batters. So, you know, I thought today I showed a fair bit of patience. I probably looked at Usman's innings, to be honest, and the way that he played was fantastic. He just has one gear basically throughout, and he sticks to that. So I took a fair bit of, I don't know if inspiration's the right word, but spoken to him a lot the past couple of weeks. And he's batting beautifully. So I just sort of, you know, stuck to my patience out there. Obviously, my dismissal was probably otherwise, but you know, I come back into the room, so there was 8 other blokes saying they would have played the same shot. So I don't know if that's comfort or not, but yeah, again, I'll take a bit of confidence out of that. There's still 3 days of hard cricket to come. There's another game in Lahore, so I want to continue to improve on my game, but I guess a little step in the right direction.
Time for 4 more questions now, please. Bharat Sundaresan, Steve Larkin, Mia Ali and Basif Jabbar. Bharat, first of all, please.
Thanks, Brian. Hey, Alex. You just spoke about the tempo of your innings right there. With 7 subcontinental tests to come in the next 12 months, do you think today's innings was largely a blueprint for you as to how to play on these pitches, like just how to pace your innings?
Yeah, I think so. Without having, you know, I guess any expectations going forward, I think, yeah, having the ability to sweep spins probably going to be handy. I do that in Australia on you know, reasonably flat wickets, and I'll probably continue to do that against spin. I think, you know, again, I feel like I've over the last couple of years been pretty consistent in red ball cricket. The last probably handful or dozen games in first class haven't been my strongest, but I still feel really good out in the middle. Yeah, first crack at subcontinent. I guess we had the, or so far we probably had the beauty of these conditions in the first innings. So I guess, you know, there's some little key takeouts. Again, I think speaking to Aussie, speaking to the experienced guys, they all have different methods the way they do it, but they also work really hard on it. So not just the games here, but the opportunities to train have been fantastic.
Steve Larkin, please.
Thanks, Fergus. Hi, Alex. I imagine if when walking out, if someone said you'd have 93, you would have taken that. But is there any sense of disappointment in not getting the 100? Yeah, absolutely. I'd be disappointed if I made 1, 2 or 3 or 40. I'm always disappointed when I get out. Yeah, it's a number. Yeah, so close. Unfortunately, it's the way it goes. I thought I was pretty disciplined and patient throughout the day, and yeah, to be honest, I saw an opportunity to hit one over cow late in the day. Pretty big gap out there. My head will probably hit the pillow tonight and have a few other shots go through my head, but that's the beauty of this game. If you're slightly off, you lose your wicket. It's the highest level, but a lot of confidence I'll take out of that. I'll also learn from parts of today as well.
Mia Ali, please.
Hi, Alex. Do you think the Pakistan bowlers tested you guys enough with reverse swing at play?
Sorry, once more.
Did they test you enough with reverse swing today?
Yeah. Look, it is difficult to ask of the quicks to keep coming up, and look, they're pretty hot conditions out here. I think the way we played it probably made them make a decision, you know, to persist with that or not. So I think a fair bit of credit. I looked at Usman Khawaja and Steve Smith yesterday, and there was a period where it was reverse swinging. We didn't score many runs, but I was so, as a teammate, so happy the way that they played that period. Again, when I went out to bat, they had the quicks going from one end. I thought Greeny, Heady, the way that they started their innings against reverse swing was great, and probably made Bubba make a decision to bring the spinners on. So, look, you could probably argue the fact, yeah, maybe a little bit longer, but also I think we handled it pretty well.
And finally, Basif Jabbar, please.
Yeah, greetings, Alex. Basif from Cricketaholic. My question to you is regarding the Pakistan's bowling attack. You seem to have enjoyed two things in Pakistan, the pool and the Pakistani bowlers in the second game. So how did you feel on facing them? I mean, did you feel threatened, or it was just too easy to score runs?
No, it's never easy at this level. Look, I think we were disciplined and we absorbed pressure throughout the day, which allowed us to probably get the game on our terms a little bit with field placements. And once the field spreads, when they're up, it's, if you go for a boundary, you can be pretty frustrated at that. You build a bit of pressure and then one ball goes for 4. So once the field goes back as a batting group, you I guess, absorb that and take what's on offer. So I think this is a fantastic lineup that we're playing against. There's still 3 days of cricket to go. We've got to come out in the morning and whatever we do, we've got to start really well. We know it's going to be difficult to take 20 opportunities, but I think the game will speed up as well. So, take nothing away from their bowling attack.
Thank you very much, everyone. Take care and look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Thank you.